which one is better. Anyways, we're going to keep plugging away on these questions. This will be, I guess, our last one because now Lauren has been in, at this point, my podcast for a week. We're sick of you. Leave us. We're tired of you. Just kidding. I wish Lauren was in all my podcasts. Actually, low-key, we might start one.
Yeah, for real.
We're really thinking.
I think it'd be funny.
I think it'd be really funny. Really, really funny. But anyways, that's a sidebar.
Because we're funny.
Right. We're hashtag trauma. Anyways, let's get into it. What's the first one?
Harry Styles or Shawn Mendes?
Ooh.
I just want to start this off by saying, if they ever see this, both of those men are fine. Like, I am obsessed with both of them. Music, like, there was a period of time where I listened to Shawn Mendes' handwritten album. Like,
wow, you were deep in it.
Oh, yeah, like, nonstop. Nonstop. Like, he was my lock screen. Like,
wow.
Like, he's fine. But then when he got with Camila,
you were like, I'm out.
Some weird stuff happened. And I was like, okay, now they're kissing weird on Instagram.
Oh, bro, that was hold on. That was the weirdest thing that I ever was.
I just didn't think it was funny.
It was just weird, bro. It was like watching like two people who had never kissed before, like you were 15 by the lake, and like a string of spit happened between you guys, and you were like, oh, young love, whatever. I was like, why is this on Instagram? It was horrible.
But I was always in love with Louis Tomlinson from Harry Styles.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. It was a weird one to pick out of the five. Because now I'm like Liam Payne, Harry Styles. Like, I'm all over that.
Liam Payne is sexy.
I know!
Zayn is sexy, too.
Liam Payne's literally with someone that's like 2 years older than me. I'm like, I didn't know I had a chance. Like, I'm there for you.
I'm close.
If you want me, I'm here.
8 months, TikTok. No, just kidding. Whatever.
But then Harry Styles started switching into this more feminine Harry Styles. And I'm in love with feminine boys now. So now I'm like, I love Harry Styles. Like, everything he's also just so funny.
Yeah, he's very witty.
He's hilarious.
He's like a typical
British.
Brit.
He's British.
Yeah,
like
I do
love him.
Yeah, he's really, really witty. I think I appreciate like Harry Styles' like mental space more. Like the way he comes up, the way he sees life. I'm like, oh, that's like, I'm into that low-key. And he low-key gives me, like, Sherlock Holmes vibes a little bit. Like, if he could play that character if he wanted to in a weird way. And then, but, I don't know, Shawn Mendes is low-key super sexy. But this is kind of weird because I'm, like, a lot older than them and, like, it's like...
Yeah. I was more of, like, the age where when they got big, I was, like, that, like, 14-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was, like...
I was, like, I was in high school, maybe? I was in high school-ish. Like, late high school when Shawn Mendes popped off, but he was, like...
15.
Yeah, he was, like, super young, and I was like, it's a bit...
Yeah, if I had to choose
big
now...
Big creeper Vanny. Like,
I also feel like, although they're both fine... Get it? Because his album's Fine Line.
Wow. I didn't even catch that.
If I had to pick now, like, they're both fine.
Right.
But I feel like it's also about personality. And, like, personality, Harry Styles all the way.
Yeah.
He's just hilarious.
He does. I definitely think personality-wise, Harry Styles is
and, like, if he wanted to be in my family, by the way, Harry. My family's British. Yeah. Big summer blow.
Big summer blow.
So, if he wanted to be in my family, like, my parents are British, like, we got a lot of common ground here.
Yeah.
He went on X Factor, I went on America's Got Talent. American Idol.
Mixing up all your shows.
I don't even know what show I went on. Because America's Got Talent scouts be reaching out all the time. I'm getting confused.
They ask me all the time, and I'm like, nah, I'm kind of like showed out right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me to go on AGTM too, and I'm like, I'm over it.
That.
Okay, next. Let's do a toothpaste one. The toothpaste one.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody asked Crest
or Colgate.
What you?
I personally,
I swear to God, if Colgate comes out,
white teeth, and I think
look at my sparkle. Look at you see that shine, that shimmer. You see that shimmer?
My shiny teeth that twinkle.
It's because I have
like the stars in space.
Crist toothpaste. Yeah, you
Crest.
No, Crest.
Crest.
Christ. I have the Lord's toothpaste. All right.
I use Colgate. I also have a best friend that also uses Colgate, and he got nice teeth.
And better than me.
No, my mom got me on it. Colgate. I almost said Crest.
Colgate is for the people that can't spend the real money to get the Crest.
And now she is poverty shaming. So anybody's broke.
You can't pay for that extra dollar to get the Crest. Come on now.
we had to make ends meet.
That extra dollar went a mile.
Sometimes we didn't even use toothpaste. It was like soap.
Oh, God. Dang, I never had it that bad.
It was like, my rich friends would get to the end of their toothpaste and just like chuck it out. Like, we were like,
you gotta take the toothbrush. Do you take the other side of the toothbrush? You know what I mean? The long part of the toothbrush, and you push it?
I would sit there for a minute like.
Oh, bro. I don't know who taught me this. It might have been Ben or something like that, but you take, okay, so you have the toothbrush, right, that has like the bristle side, right? And then you take the other side that's for your hand. You take that and you push.
Oh, wow.
Push that up. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So, like, you use that to push all the toothpaste up to the top.
Rich kids, there's also, like, a thing you can buy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have that crap. I was way too... Come on now. Like, I wasn't tapped into Amazon like that. Like, come on. No, look, here's the thing. My teeth get baptized every day by the Crist toothpaste. And they be shimmering and sparkling for our Lord Jesus Christ.
But everything they have is expensive. Like, their whitening strips, like, are, like, $80.
Yeah, but they slap and they work.
But then they make my teeth sensitive. And now my dentist is like, yo, why can't you handle this? I'm like, the water's too cold.
I'm not mad about it. I'd rather have sensitive teeth and white teeth than crusty teeth. Yeah, we were laughing because our friend was like, Crest, more like crust. It was so funny. Okay, what's the next one?
I think it was love or money.
Oh, my God. Bro. We heard this one, and me and Lauren both looked at each other, and we were like, money?
Like, I come from a position where I don't even know if I've, like, had love. Like, other than my mom, like...
Yeah, you are really young.
Every friend I've ever had, like, they just did me dirty. Like, I don't even fool with humans anymore. Like, except you. Like, you and Drake. Like, I'm just, like, people... always do you dirty. But that $5 million house that I bought, that ain't doing me dirty.
It can't even talk.
Yeah, that ice cream machine I just installed ain't doing me dirty.
Right.
Me on my vacation in Hawaii, getting a tan, eating whatever I want, flying my family out, private jet.
Yep.
That is not doing me dirty.
Nope. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth.
Like, for real. So I'm like, money won't do me dirty. People, love... I'm so depressing, but everybody be breaking my heart, so...
Here's the thing. I know... look, here's the thing, though.
She's in a relationship, and she's thinking money.
No, bro. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like, how long have y'all been together?
6 years.
It's a 6-year relationship, and she's like,
and I'm like,
money.
Like, if we were broke, bro...
Bye, Ben.
Bro, I don't know about that. Like, but I will say this, though. Like, if it's between, like... me not having my family that I have and having money, I'm gonna choose my family. Yeah, but like if we're talking about love, like boyfriend, significant other.
Significant other, it's money all day. But if I had to lose every single human I care about,
yeah.
But it's really only like my mom though.
Don't say that.
But I would choose my mom.
Yeah, I would choose my mom. Yeah, Ben, you might be out cold on this one, like, straight up. He might put me out in the dumps, too.
People always be like, money can't buy you happiness, but I'm like...
Whoever said that ain't got enough money to solve their problems.
Like, money, to me, can buy me a lot. I spent my whole life being broke.
Yes.
And all that did was give me depression. I don't remember ever being happy during the broke times. And now that I got a little bit of cash because I'm working, I'm like...
I feel like there's a bliss point with like, how much money. Like, I feel like if you have so much, like if you're too broke, you're just depressed and stressed out and anxious or whatever. But if you also have, like, too much money to a certain extent, then you're, like... stressed that, like, people are trying to take money from you and, like, all this stuff, and you're not as giving.
And, like, you're usually that rich to the point everyone kind of knows who you are.
Yeah.
You don't really have a life.
Like, if you're, like, FU money, nah. Like, I'm not talking about FU money. I'm talking about,
I see people on Instagram
if you're, like,
pissing on their money.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
What?
No, some of these rappers...
What is your feed? What kind of weird, kinky mukbang weirdness is that?
Like, that's just so messed up, though. Yeah. I'm like, that could literally go to
I feel like if you, like, make anywhere from, like, $250K to, like, $1 million a year, you, like, the people that I've met... No. The people that I met that are like that are typically very much like they hold their money like this because they like get the bigger house and they get the nicer car and they live like just enough to like pay the bills to live a fancier lifestyle, but they're also stressed that if any moment they lost their job, that like how are they going to afford those things? Yeah, so like, but the people that have FU money, like we're talking about like the Jeff Bezos, the like, you know, like he's a billionaire, but I'm talking about like someone like Ariana Grande or like somebody that like literally is worth like 50 to 100 mil. Yeah. Like
they could sit on their couch for 3 years.
They're like chilling, they're a vibe, they're like whatever. You know what I mean? So like there's this almost like weird bliss point where like you really, if you're like, you either got to make the FU money side or you got to make like under 150K a year. Because then under 150K, you can't buy the most crazy expensive thing, but you can still go on vacation. You can still like go and live life and do things with family and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And like you're that friend that buys dinner, like come over.
Exactly. Yeah. Like people that live in that $250 to like $1 million a year range are like, oh, not people that grew up like us, because us, we'd be like, this is like, we chilling, we on a vibe, but like, I'm talking about like, I feel like normal people or typical people in that range, they're very much like, they feel strapped, because they've bought too many things, they're like locked into too many things or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Low-key money.
For real.
All right. That is which one is better. I think this might be the last which one is better that
I think so too.
She's like, get me off this podcast. I'm done. I'm sick of you.
Done with your break. You can go out the door.
Well, anyways, we wrote that song. Anyways. All right. We'll see. I'll see you later. Not Lauren. Yeah. I'll see you later.
I'll see you on my feed.
That's true. Although you did say the first one, you're like, I'm not going to post that.
True. No, if that pissing on money video isn't popping up in the way.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.